United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed arrived in Egypt capital Cairo on Wednesday, though the leader has not shared details and the reason for this visit. This visit comes shortly after Syrian Foreign Minister arrived in Saudi Arabia. Sheikh Mohammed met Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi at the airport, according to the footage shown on Egyptian state TV. The two allies have maintained close political and economic ties. Rival protesters faced off in the Israeli town of Hadar late Wednesday as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attended Mona celebrations, an event marked by Moroccan Jews the day after Jewish Passover. Government supporters and anti-government protesters chanted and traded insults as mounted police separated them. Tensions have been high among Israelis protesting a planned judicial overhaul by the Netanyahu government. For 3 months, hundreds of thousands of people have repeatedly taken to the streets week after week to demonstrate against these reforms. A group of journalists protested on Wednesday in the Bolivian capital of La Paz against a new press bill promoted by the government's majority in Congress. The government has said that the bill is intended to be a complementary measure to be in accordance with the international human rights. It includes one article that penalizes racism, hate discourse, discrimination, and racial superiority ideology. The Press Federation of La Paz, however, fears that the law can ban and can be used against legitimate investigations against government officials and has dubbed the initiative as a gag bill. And violence escalated in Bolivia's capital during teachers' protests. Police and teachers shoved and hit each other during the protests on Wednesday. Teachers protested against a new curriculum established by the Education Ministry and to demand more funds for their sector. Violence rose with police firing tear gas and paint pellets at protesters who ran away from gas, responding with sticks and explosives. Students in Chile faced off with police on Wednesday during a march against a new law that calls for harsher punishments for crimes against police. In capital Santiago, protesters threw objects at the riot police when faced with multiple water cannons to clear a march against this particular law, which increases penalties for crimes against police while giving them more powers. The law was published this week in Chile's official gazette and has been criticized by human rights groups. Amnesty International said the law could increase police abuse and impunity and is an enormous step back in terms of advancing police reforms. As government in Colombia started evacuations amid an orange alert for a probable eruption of Nevado del Ruiz volcano, owners of hotels, bars, restaurants in the vicinity of the volcano say they've experienced heavy losses. Volcanic ash and seismic activity has been reported as increasing in recent weeks. The alert indicates that an eruption is probable but not imminent. The volcano's last major eruption took place in 1985. It unleashed mudslides that buried the town of Armero and killed about 25,000 people. Dancers performed tango to call for financial help for countries impacted economically by the climate and biodiversity crisis on Wednesday in front of the IMF building in Washington. The dancing couple interrupted China and IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva and performed alongside a singer activist dressed as Argentina, who told the audience about the impact of climate change and the current financial architecture on the economy and society, an exemplary in South American country. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.